Hi there. You know me. It's Dino. Hi. Today, I want to talk about something which is kind of close to me. Um, it's something I normally kind of think of all the time, and I wanna make this video to kind of see what other people think about it, and to see if anyone has a different depiction on it. But well, here we go. I get asked a lot what the meaning of theatre is. Now, theatre, to many, is something that's, well, you go to the theatre, you sit in a theatre, you watch the theatre. But what is a theatre? Is it a building? Is it a form of art? I don't know. Because we live in a day and age where certain words, or not really certain, but most words mean something else. And it angers the shit out of me. No, it really does. It's like, okay, think about this. It's like saying, what is the meaning of a coat? Okay? Now, a coat is to dry, or keep you dry. It is to keep you warm, But what about if someone came along and said, no, a coat is actually a dress, or it's a blanket, or it's actually to keep you cold. That's what I'm getting at with the fact of it's not what it actually means anymore. Like a keyboard doesn't mean it's a keyboard. It could be a clicky-clocky typing device. But that's just a different name. That's giving it a different name. Doesn't give it a meaning. The meaning is to type words onto a computer. Someone could give it a completely different meaning, saying, no, it is to code, or it is to play a game. They're just two different meanings, and both are true. But then you get like the ones where it just kind of debunks and goes off. Oh, sorry, not debunks, but derails. So what I'm trying to get at is that I get asked a lot, what is the meaning of theatre? And a lot of people will answer straight away with the meaning of theatre is to create a piece of work in the drama or acting society or musical theatre, and then perform it onto a stage. And then people can watch it in a big building or small building, and that is what theatre is. It is, yeah. But people also call a cinema, which is in Britain what we call a movie theatre. They also call it a theatre, movie theatre, and it's like, okay, well, that is showing a performance on a screen, and you are sitting down in a building. So they both kind of match up, makes sense. Like, sit down in a building, performance on screen, performance on stage, same thing. However, so many times when I've been in class, so many people say, well, the meaning of theatre is, it can mean many things. It can mean the way of life, or who you are, or what you're trying to produce. And no. I will agree with everything anybody says. But when it comes to the meaning of theatre, or the meaning of art, should I say, and what art is or what theatre is, because they kind of link up together, alright? Let's debunk the meaning of theatre first, okay? So, my meaning of theatre is anything, okay? It's however you want to look at it. Because theater is not just a performance on stage. The way we are as actors, performers, artists are trying to grow and explore and evolve. We're trying to understand who we are, and theater has so many rules, so many hidden rules, to the point where we feel trapped. I mean, I feel trapped. I have tried so many times to explore the way I want to perform and how I want to understand the work I want to do. And for the past 2 years, while being at university, I've always been told no. I've always been told it won't work. You know, by other scholars, by the way, who I believe have been driven into this kind of motion that their vision or their ideology of theatre has been crushed and kind of squashed together. That's the best way I can put it. And compact to where it's one singular belief, like to them. Which is completely understandable. However, the acting community, the performing community, I've always believed that theatre, art, performance, whatever you want to call it, is supposed to be free. You know, it's supposed to tell a story but be meaningful to you. And I feel like still, as a community, we are locked down, and the media does not help. I mean, the media always has this backlash on you, and we'll always be judged for who we are, and, you know, what we do, and what our actions are, and stuff. And I believe that we need to start opening our eyes a lot more to people's ideologies, and yeah, we can be quirky, and we can be whoever we want, and I feel like we're being locked down by this ideology that whatever our culture is, however we were brought up, especially me, like I was brought up I was born in the 2000s, okay, like the early 2000s. So before all this kind of we're not going to go into it, but these are just a couple of opinions because they're very high topical in the minute, like transgender activists and feminism and then they're just two off the top of my head, but vegans, vegetarians, kind of like all of that, all the stuff that is very high popular, has kind of turned everybody very, very sugary. You know, everyone. I think the term people use is snowflakes, and I never knew. I could not care for any of this stuff. It's something I'm not really big on. I will talk about it, but the thing is, in my opinion, it's just something not to care about. I think we need to stop caring about the meaning of things. Like, for instance, with what the meaning of art is. Okay, the meaning of art can also be anything. You know, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have a meaning. To you, it can have a meaning. Yes, you can have your own meaning, but it doesn't mean that everybody else also needs to believe that meaning. If that makes somewhat sense. You know? Like, for instance, okay? So using this as a topic, I'm not against it, but vegans who go about basically saying that we are murderers and we eat the flesh of other animals and blah blah blah. That stuff is meaningful to them and has meaning Like the word vegan means something to them. What they're doing, it means something to them. However, to me it doesn't, because of the way I think, and I have my own opinions, you know? I have my own meanings for a lot of things, you know? So, back, and sorry to go off topic. And yeah. Overall, the meaning of theatre to me is very underwhelming, because I don't get the meaning of theatre. Never have, never will, probably. But to me, it means freedom. It means having your own voice to tell your own story in whatever way, shape, or form. And to do it in a way that shouldn't be judged or criticized. But those things will never happen, because people will always criticize. People will always judge. You know, we live in a world where everyone's opinions have to matter to each other's. Some people don't care. And those people are either seen as strong, independent people, or dicks. You know? It's kind of one of those battles that you never can truly win. Which is why, when I'm asked what the meaning of theatre means to me, sorry, I have hiccups. Which is why, when I ask what the meaning of theatre means to me, it means freedom. It means to stay true to yourself and tell a story through however you see fit. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. If you did stay and listen, I wanted to give this a go and just kind of like sit here for a couple of minutes and talk to you about kind of like things that were on my mind. If you have any comments and you wanna talk, I'm open. I see both ways. I'm never against or for anything. So if you do have any questions, feel free. I won't judge, and I'd love to have an actual conversation with some people about this stuff, because it's interesting. It's interesting to hear other people's thoughts and opinions. And if you guys also think that, you know, if I continue to do this series, and because I'm thinking of making this a series and just kind of, you know, talking to you guys, and well, talking to myself and kind of getting stuff off my chest. I think it's a nice form of therapy. So, and also it gets me to be a little bit more honest with both people and myself. So yeah. This is the meaning of theatre. So yeah. Thank you very much. If you do enjoy our content and you do like what we do, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I haven't done this in a very long time, but thank you, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.